Welcome back, adventurers, once again to Let's Play Steins, and I'm afraid that I have somewhat bad news concerning the last episode. Unfortunately, the previous episode, which is episode 51, has unfortunately unavailable due to a yet another glitch with my recording software, and is thus spiraling eternally in the mists of time and space, like its unfortunate counterpart, episode 49. This is episode 52 of my Let's Play of Steins Gate, and in the last episode, which we will unfortunately never see ever again, we discovered through the power of serendipity just what exactly is functioning as our makeshift lifter, which is causing the discharge phenomenon. Turns out that the 42-inch CRT cathode ray tube in the heart of the fortress known as the Braun Tube Workshop is actually what is serving as our makeshift lifter. And it only works if it's on all the time, which it is from 11 to 7, which fits in with the timeline of the Phonewave TBA working from 12 to 6. So that's always good. And the reason that it didn't work prior to that, when Daru and Rintaro were testing it after Mayuri caused the first major discharge phenomenon, which broke the table and caused a hole in the floor as a result, basically is because the CRT was off at the time that Daru and Rintaro were experimenting afterwards. But in this episode, Okue Rintaro, the self-proclaimed insane mad scientist, Horin Kiyoma, is now planning to be a stunt double for the character of Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, because we have to go back downstairs and make sure that the CRT is actually on at the to test the Phonewave TBA one more time before we can safely perform the time loop experiment. The problem is that the fortress that is the Braun Tube Workshop is being guarded by a Greek titan by the name of Yugo Tanuji, aka Mr. Braun. We are not going back down here. That punch probably gave us brain damage or internal bleeding. We should actually get that checked out. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive. And if Rintaro dies, he'll probably take the rent from you guys. Just saying. Kusu orders me with the sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here. Yes, we did, at a terrible price.
上州よ。お前、この俺を偉大なマッドサイエンティストだと認めているか?
I sincerely doubt that, Rintaro.
いいえ。
あ。
ぐほう、即答とかひどす。
We were shut down.
あ、しまった。おだてて頑張らせるなら、ここははいって言っておくべきだった。
That was not flattery. No matter which way you look at it, no matter how you slice it, no is not flattering in the slightest.
というわけで、はい。
Your words are not matching with your facial expression.
遅いわ。
And it's too late.
リフターの代替装置が見つかった今、タイムリープマシンは 99% 出来上がってる。
Well, we could always convince Suzuha to turn the machine on for the time being, and to try and keep it on. Kurisu's expression suddenly turned serious, but I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheeks. She knows that we stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the allure of the unknown. She is a true insane mad scientist, no doubt about it.
このラボの夢でしょ、タイムマシーンは。
Yeah, hopefully we live long enough to actually see that dream come to fruition. But I've never really thought about it that way. But she's right, my hands are shaking. Not just from the fear of Mr. Braun, but from excitement.
この俺の夢は時空を意のままに操り、これまでの支配構造をぶち壊すこと。そしてそこに新たな混沌を。
岡部、
Kurisu interrupts my speech.
私は法王院じゃなくて岡部の意見が聞きたい。
Okabe wants to live another few more years, thank you very much. She spears me with her gaze. I meet it head on. After a few moments I feel my mouth curve into a smile.
上等だ。すべて俺に任せるがいい。
With that I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. I would probably be saying some very different words than the ones that Rintaro just said previously. If it were me in this situation, I would farewell Kurisu with the following words. I'm going outside now. I may be some time. Think about that, Kurisu Makase. Kurisu and Daru send me off with applause for some reason. Mayuri's the only one who looks worried, but I pat her head in reassurance. Moment of truth. When I get downstairs, Suzuha and I are sitting side by side on the bench outside.
ウィス。
Naya gives a quick bow, then hides behind Suzuha.
店長、さっきのでめちゃくちゃ機嫌悪くなっちゃってさ。今ナイと対比中。
Looks like Tanuji is particularly livid. Not that it's going to go any better for us. Now we really don't want to go in there. But thou must!
さっき思いっきりこっちへされてたけど、大丈夫？
And Naya is actually somewhat concerned for our well-being at this
こ
point.
の俺の世界遺産級の価値がある頭脳をよりによって殴るとは。あの一撃により。
Sorry, I
それ
skipped
は
that
惜しい
there.
人を亡くしたな。
Suzuha clasps her hands in solemn prayer. By the way, we should probably check, get an X-ray or an internal CAT scan to see if we don't currently have internal cranium bleeding. By the way, I'm not dead, just my brain cells.
ごめんなさい。お父さんがひどいことして。
And Nai is actually being rather apologetic.
この小動物でなんと人間的によくできた娘なのだ。
Indeed she does. I can't believe that she's the daughter of Mr. Braun.
案ずるな。俺も店長には迷惑をかけたし、おあいこだ。
And Rintaro is actually owning up to his responsibility for the moment. Nai smiles slightly at my words of comfort.
時にバイト選手よ。お前に協力を頼みたい。
Ah yes, the issue at hand here.
ミスター・ブラウンの目を5秒でいいから引きつけておいてもらいたいのだ。
We need to distract him. And you're it. Suzuha's eyes start to shine.
色仕掛けだね。
Not exactly. She flexes her bicep for some reason. Not the plan I was going for, but I'll just check this message from Rukuko. I see. It's true festivals are very crowded. I was hoping I might run into you at one, but I guess the chances of that were pretty slim to begin with. It's not like I go to every festival. Please don't misunderstand. P.S. I only did 5 practice swings with Samadare. Your diligence is somewhat lacking as of late, Grasshopper.
触ってみ。
She insists, so I poke it. It's just as hard as her confidence suggests. So apparently she does weightlifting in her spare time, it seems. She's probably stronger than me, but she's probably not as muscle-bound as Tanuji, unfortunately. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with
誰に
seduction.
も色仕掛けをしろとは言っていない。お前がやりたいと言うなら構わない。
それぐらいできなきゃ戦士失格だし。それにさ、父さんのことを一緒に探すって言ってくれたでしょ。
Whereas
だから私もできるだけ君に協力したい。
she keeps talking. Well, hopefully we can keep him distracted long enough for the discharge experiment to
なる
work.
ほど。ならば戦士よ。任せるぞ。
We'll leave it to you, Pater Moria. Unfortunately, a final problem has actually come up. Even if the experiment is successful, once we go in, we probably have absolutely no chance of actually getting out of this alive.
オーキードーキ
My confidence level has dropped to negative numbers here.
ー。お父さんをいじめないでね。いじめたりしないって。
Being mean is should probably be the least of your concerns at the moment. You should probably find some shelter that's not this building, by the way. I wouldn't complain that he's the one being mean, but I just said we were even, so I refrain.
苗はここで待ってて。
The chipmunk nods. When we enter the store, we find Mr. Braun cleaning up the pieces of the broken CRT. That is very unfortunate. When our eyes meet, another vein pops on his forehead.
筋を通しに来たのなら聞いてやる。ただし、賃下げ要求には応じねえからな。
So our rent's going up regardless, and probably going up to 20,000 yen if Tanuchi's in a particularly bad
先ほどは
mood.
失礼しました。こちらも気が動転していたのでね。そこで謝罪の意も込めて我がラボを代表し、ここにいるアマネスハからミスター・ブラウン、あなたにプレゼントを贈らせてもらう。
Gift? What gift?
店長、刮目せよ。
With a vigorous shout, which in no same way seems appropriate for seduction, Susanna whips off her jacket and...
Yeah!
throws it into Mr. Braun's face, it would seem. Yeah, we should probably, apparently she's wearing a tank top. A military tank top for some reason. Yet Susanna shows no sign of embarrassment as she wrestles Mr. Braun. She slips behind him, grabs her coat and pulls it tight against his face.
岡部倫太郎、今だ。
Well, moment's here, but wait just a second. Is this your idea of seduction? It looks like you're trying to suffocate him.
早く。
Mr. Braun flails his arms, trying to escape Suzu's restraint. There's a huge difference in strength between the two. It's only a matter of time before he shakes Suzuha off.
よくやった戦士よ。お前の英雄的行動に感謝する。
As will your sacrifice. But no time to waste. We need to actually get to the TV. Realizing the only choice is to go for it, I dash to the counter, grab the remote and switch on this 42-inch CRT. After about 2 seconds, the image appears on the giant screen. At the same time, the ceiling starts shaking. Kurisu acted the Phonewave TBA with perfect timing. And Tanuji is extremely upset.
また揺れてる。岡部倫太郎、これって。
We just need this final check to work. Did she really take off her coat without knowing why?
助かったぞバイト戦士。できればあと10秒ほどそのまま拘束していてくれ。
Just a little bit longer. During that time, I escaped from the store. And Nai is understandably scared. Outside, Nai is following earthquake drill procedure, crouching while protecting her head. I ignore that and look up to the second floor. At exactly the same time, Kurisu appears in the window and gives me a happy thumbs up. But a second later, she blushes, shoots me a glare, and disappears inside as if nothing happened. What's with her attitude? I'm risking my life here, indeed. In any event, the experiment was indeed a success. The 42-inch CRT was the key, as I suspected. Now, how exactly do we explain this to Tanuji? I don't want him to kick us out of the building. Perhaps I shouldn't have left it to Suzuhara after all. I timidly peek into the store to gauge the situation.
ちょっと店長、私の服返してよ。
Suzuhara is there, fidgeting in her tank top as Mr. Braun glares down at her.
うっせえ。これは没収だ。
この変態。
Yeah, he could be arrested for harassment.
変態はおめえだろうが。いきなり脱ぎ出したと思ったら服を俺の顔面に押し付けてくるとは大したプレーだったぜ。岡部に感謝しねえとな。
Yeah, we should probably tell the rest of the future gadget lab members to batten down the hatches at this point.
プレイとか言わないでくんないかな。キモい。
We should probably send Nyan to help alleviate the problem.
とにかく今日は一日その格好で仕事しやがれ。へそだし結構。なんなら店の前で客引きしてくれてもいいんだぜ。
I believe Nai would actually sue you for harassment there,
前
Tanuji.
に言いつけるよ。
はは。あの子はおめえより俺の言葉を信じるだろうよ。何しろ俺の娘だからな。
If the conversation, well, I actually believe that Nai will actually be on Suzuha's side, to
そ
be
う。
honest. But Suzuha, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have that particular confidence. No problems here. Suzuha's strategy worked, I guess. Mr. Braun. What a guy. What a monster, I would say. A little while later, I'm lying on the sofa watching high school baseball. Kumamoto and Aichi are locked in a fierce struggle for the playoffs. Just then, the clack-clack of the sewing machine in the lounge stops, suddenly.
おかりちょっと来て。
Apparently Mayuri is finished with the costume, it would seem. She motions to me while holding the costume. What does she want? I walk over to her.
これをね、持っててくれないかな。こうしてビローンって広げて。
Apparently she wants us to cosplay it. This time.
まゆし、今のビローンもう一度。
ビローン。
I'm not talking to you, Daru. You're dead to me. You are dead to me, good sir.
ビロンいただきました。
もうやだこの変態。
Where's Mr. Braun to give you a head punching? I follow Mayuri's directions and spread the costume out by the sleeves. She inspects it from a few paces away. It's hard to believe given her usual ditziness, but Mayushi is very serious about her cosplay, her costumes. That's why cosplayers value her costume so highly. The costume I'm holding now was custom made for Rukuko. Oh, I guess it's not a male cosplay after all. I thought Rukuko was against it, but I guess Mayuri managed to persuade her.
ありがと
It gets the Mayuri seal of approval. Mayuri looks tired. She's been working all night. But that doesn't dim the brightness of her satisfied smile.
う。できた
And Mayuri's costume is now
完成か。
completely finished. Which is very good.
クリスちゃんより先にできたよ。競争してたんだ。
Apparently she was competing with Kurisu.
負けたわ、まゆり。お見事ね。
And Mayuri finished first. So she wins first prize. Which Rintaro is not happy. Oh. She treats me and Daru like garbage, but Mayuri gets a sisterly touch.
でも、こっちももう終わりよ。
And Kurisu has apparently finished her work on the Phonewave TBA. Kurisu connects the two cords he's holding.
完成。
Celebration is in order, and with that, I believe now is a good time to end the episode. So, next time on Let's Play Steins Gate, we shall celebrate a toast to the completion of the Time Leap Phonewave TBA. And then we shall actually inaugurate begin our celebration by actually experimenting with that. As always, until next we meet, adventurers,